Anybody?
Could be, maybe. It's possible.
Yeah,
I have a lot of cousins.
We're ready when you are.
Okay. 5, 4, 3.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Oxford News This Week News Brief. And with me is Jim Hughes again.
Yes,
Yay.
2 weeks in a row. It's
I
getting to be a habit, isn't it? Great to have you along with us, everyone. It's not the Eagles song, but there is a new kid in town. Did anyone else get a big gas bill and are concerned about it? And the DDA makes a decision.
All that and more. The Oxford News begins right now. Oxford residents had sticker shock this week as they opened their gas bills. Some residents complained that their bill was the highest ever, while others say they had a zero balance on their February bill. It turns out the meters were checked on a 50-day schedule this past billing cycle. In addition, however, in December 2020, a 3-member commission for the state of Michigan approved a $134 million increase for electricity usage by consumer energy customers in 2021 in order to remove tree branches from power lines, update infrastructure, and move towards eliminating coal fuel power, according to the Detroit News. In other words, a residential customer using 500 kilowatt hours of electricity per month would pay a little over $9 per month, a nearly 12% increase, according to the Michigan Public Service Commission. More than $100 million of those funds are to replace and modernize consumers' electric distribution system and to fund the Jackson-based utility work to eliminate coal-fired electricity generation customers. Spokesman Katie Carley told the Detroit News there may be some sticker shock, but the ruling allows consumers to continue to strengthen the electric infrastructure system in order to provide safe and affordable electricity to the public. Jim?
Good news for local bars and restaurants, probably just when they need it. There's a bill which just passed the State House to keep bars and restaurants open until 4 a.m. Recently, a bill sponsor, State Representative Ryan Berman of the Converse Township, testified in front of the State House Committee that it would allow local municipalities to pass their own rules to extend the pre-pandemic bar cutoff of 2 a.m. to make it 4 a.m., a 4 a.m. cutoff. The bill takes aim at helping bars financially recover after the much lost revenues during the virus shutdown. An amendment to the bill would create a late night permit fee of $250. Oxford Addison Representative, though, John Riley, supports the concept. He said the fee was really unnecessary requirement and a profit grab by the Michigan Liquor Control Commission might be the motivation there. Next, the bill will travel to the Senate committee and then be approved by the state Senate. Terry.
After weeks of pinch hitting for the DDA, Kelly Westbrook has been named permanent executive director. After opting not to renew former DDA director Glenn Pape's contract, the board conducted a brief search before Kelly Westbrook showed interest in covering as a 24-hour interim director, hour-a-week interim director until the board decided on a permanent position. A 2006 Oxford graduate, Westbrook is familiar with the business district of Oxford as she's helped her mother, Sue Oles, get her boutique off the ground several years ago and also worked at Knapp's during high school. While her resume is not laden with government work, Westbrook does have corporate sales experience, working for the Detroit Pistons and later for NASCAR. In addition to now working full-time for the DDA, Westbrook is also the cheerleading coach in the district. According to Westbrook, the biggest asset in the community is the people who make up the town and is looking forward to establishing a social district downtown, which will help walkability in the downtown area and help drive traffic to the bars and restaurants and storefronts, which she is advocating the DDA continue to help businesses spruce up with facade grants and signage and awnings. Welcome, Kelly.
Wishes do come true with a little help from our friends in Oxford. Last week, the Oxford High School senior Sean McCarthy received an assortment of tools to send the McCarthy on his journey to become an electrician. something he just wanted, according to the Facebook post seen by Diane Curtis, wife of Township Supervisor Jack Curtis. When the Curtis saw the student was in need of the tools to begin his career on a quest, he headed to J&T Electrical Supply on Thomas Road, purchased an assortment of tools to get McCarthy up and running. John Galinsky, owner of J&T Electrical, also helped out by donating a flashlight and a bag to house the new tools. McCarthy, who plans on attending Detroit Electrical Industry Training Center, said he was surprised and humbled by complete strangers that would offer him help and much support and encouragement out of the kindness of their own hearts, saving him well over $200 toward his schooling supplies. Curtis said he encourages others in the community to adopt the Oxford High School seniors and help make up for everything that is needed that's been actually taken away from them during the COVID pandemic, including prom night, senior award ceremonies, commencement, and clap-outs. For more information about the program, you can visit their Facebook group called the Oxford High School Adopt a Senior 2021. Visit the group at www.facebook.com. Check it out. Maybe you can help out a senior when they definitely need it. Terry.
And speaking of helping out our Oxford, our newest employee, Rachel Fromwiller, visited the new owners of former Charmin Company and now known as Caputo Salon. Let's watch.
So I grew up originally in the Birmingham area, and I went to cosmetology school at Aveda right after high school. Realized I love the business side of it more than the actual hands-on, so I decided to learn more about business. So I went to Grand Valley State University and graduated with a double major in business management and entrepreneurship. After that, I got a job in Chicago. Have been there the last 4.5 years working in corporate sales for various technology companies, from Grubhub to now Uber Technology. I'm still actually employed doing a 9-to-5. I always wanted to open up a small business, and just seeing the opportunity that is in this industry, it got me really excited. Being able to blend both my passion for the cosmetology industry and my love for business, kind of go into one, got me super excited because I'm able to do best of both worlds. So I was looking for opportunities within Michigan to come back home for where I'm originally at, and I came into Oxford to see the salon, and I just fell in love with the area. Being in Chicago the last 4.5 years have been fun and great, but you kind of get lost in how busy and saturated it is, and being able just to come here and meet my neighbors and knowing who they are and they know who I am, it's been to basically just be able to know who is coming in the doors, and it's not just another face that I pass like I had in Chicago. We are actively hiring. We have a great team of fun, fabulous, talented stylists and nail techs. I am hiring for a stylist, part-time or full-time, option of commission or a booth rental. We also have a spa room. We are hiring for massage therapists and estheticians as well, so it can be a full-service salon. Now we currently offer waxing, all hair services, and nail services, as well as makeup application and special occasions for like bridal parties. I just hired someone who I'm super excited about. She's licensed in eyelash extensions, so we'll be offering eyelash extensions within the next month or so. But my goal is to have massage therapy and facials and all different types of skincare in the salon as well. Currently we have Redken products, Keratin Complex, and basically the Bruise for men's. We're looking to add in Moroccan oil. We're going to transition our color line into shades from Keratin Complex. So it's all new top-of-the-line stuff that we're transitioning coming in. So for the grand opening, we're going to have the new sign to kind of show that we are now fully Caputo Salon. I'm expecting for everyone to come have a good time, have some good promotions out there for new clients and clients that have been a part of the salon before I even took over. Hopefully with COVID and stuff, we're able to do some drinks and light refreshments and things like that. But I'd love for all my staff to be here and meet the community and meet other people that, could potentially be their new client, and just have a good time.
Here's another charitable cause residents may want to get involved in and get rid of a winter's worth on pop bottles as a bonus. The Oxford Village Police Department is working with the Pollyant Trail Manager Linda Moran, raising matching grants money in order to provide outdoor toilets and parking. Here's Linda Moran telling us about the fundraiser. Okay, so I'm sure everybody knows who I'm standing with. This is Linda Moran, the Pollyant Trail Manager. And again, we love these bottle drives. Linda, what's the bottle drive for this time?
Well, this year, what we're going to be doing is we are looking to get money to match larger grants, to get vault toilets on the trail, and also to pave 2 of our parking lots. That was our most requested thing on our master plan. So we did our new master plan this year for the next 5 years, and everybody wanted bathroom facilities and better parking lots. So we are working very diligently to get those underway.
And on the master plan, where will those parking lots be as well as the bathroom facility?
We are doing one in Clarkston, on Clarkston Road in Orion Township, which is our new connector for the Paint Creek Trail, so in the Iron Bell Trail, so it's going to be fabulous. And then we're going to be doing one in Addison Township. So it's going to be, it's halfway on the trail. So people get out there, they park, and they're like, oh, we really would like a bathroom. So, but in the interim, while we're working towards this, we are going to have 2 porta potties, one at Clarkston Road and one at Lake George. So, yeah, so it'll be.
And so you're running a bottle drive. Where and when?
We are starting our bottle drive April 1st through the 15th, but if you drop them off early, I'm not going to say anything. And it's at the police garage in the village of Oxford at 22 West Burdick, by the back door, standing by our back door. And just drop your bottles off. And we have teamed up with Oxford Youth Assistance this time to help us get the bottles back. Last time we partnered up with Powers, but you know we're going to do this a little different this time. And hopefully it goes fabulously.
So you don't have to have anybody here at the garage, but you're asking people to be respectful, kind of keep it all tucked into one place, right?
Yes, if you could put it back in the grassy little knoll behind us where the sign's at. We're trying to stay out of the way of the police and the village people because, we want to be respectful and we want to be able to do this again. So then we will pick them up twice a day and take them back and get them returned, and the money will be used towards our greater goals.
So you heard her. All the bottles that you've been collecting all winter long, they can go to the police garage, which is 22 West Burdick in the village of Oxford. Put them in the back. Be respectful about it, and let's get some parking for that Pollyant Trail. Thank you, Linda. Again, the drive is taking place at the Village Police Garage, and it ends April 15th. Jim?
Get rid of them pop bottles out of your garage, yes. If you haven't been out on the Seymour Park lately, well, it's a must-see, the new red maples lining, and it's something you want to check out. The drive to the back of the park, the trees are memorial maples, for the Fee residents can purchase the maples to honor the memories of their loved ones with a beautiful living tribute. Secondly, the program is designated to help beautify the park. Planting a tree in memory of a loved one is more than just a symbol. Last week, a new shipment made its way to the park and were planted by the Oxford Township Parks and Recreation employees. Of the 30 planted last week, 20 are still available. Here's some information, and we do have video on that, on how you can contribute and also to honor a person in your life. Watch the video.
As you can see today, we're out here planting trees. We just had 30 more of the memorial trees brought out to the park, and we're getting them in the ground today. This program has really taken off. If you drive up and down the road, you'll see everybody is taking a good hold of this, and our goal is to run all the way to the back where the Layler Pavilion is, and when we get that done, we're going to head all the way towards the front. So we're probably looking at 100 to 150 more trees to accomplish that, but people have been very supportive with this program and they love it. And it's going to be beautiful this fall when these turn red. They turn a fire red in the fall. So when they're all red going down the road, it'll line this whole road through the whole park, and it'll be amazing. And if somebody wants to get into this program, you can call the Parks and Rec office at 248-628-1720 and ask for information about our memorial tree planting program. And they'll give you all the information you need. We have flyers. And incidentally, we're going to get a sign by the main sign that spells out these trees with flyer information in it. So that'll be coming within a couple weeks. So people that come out will also be able to grab some of those as they're going through the park.
The trees are real and long-lasting tribute to your loved one, which enhances the park for our families and provides homes for the critter families who live there. For more information on adopting one of the memorial trees, call the Parks and Rec office at 248-628-1720. Terry?
And here's another way of helping the community. Pan Equitas Animal Sanctuary, an Oxford home to rescued farm animals, has new babies at the farm, and they're in need of climbing toys. If anyone has little tyke plastic toys such as toddler-sized slides or picnic tables or anything similar, a baby goat might like to climb on these, please contact the Pan Equitas Animal Sanctuary at 248-343-4484. What a fun thing.
And we found a virtual support group with people from all over Michigan. For anyone you might know that with Tourette's syndrome, TS is a TIC motion disorder in which studies include children with diagnosed and undiagnosed TS have estimated that 1 in every 162 children have Tourette's. The volunteer run group offers weekly online meetings aimed at providing local support for people affected by the TS, bringing the Michigan Tourette's community together as a family to educate the public, raise awareness of foster and social acceptance, and establish programming for diagnosed patients with Tourette's. To attend any of the meeting, email michigantouretteconnection@gmail.com. Give them your name, email address, and the next meeting is Thursday, April 8th, and there's also a meeting on Tuesday, April 13th. To learn more about Tourette's, go to latitudes.org. Should be appearing right below me right now. Terry?
Yeah, I know a little something about that, and it's really nice that there's a group
Right.
now that people can just keep in touch with once a week and know that they're not that
alone.
unusual. Yeah. so,
Right, yeah, like that's great to have a support
Tourette's
group like
is
that.
Really tough on people if the group around them doesn't understand.
Right.
That's what they have, and that's what they're going through. It's that tick syndrome kind
Well,
of
it's good that we brought that information there
Yeah,
so they
of
can
course.
join the, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I did that out of the goodness of my heart, simply because we have family members that have it. So
Okay, well,
that's it for Oxford News this week. If you'd like to learn more about these stories and others, pick up a copy of the Oxford Leader newspaper or go to the Charter Township of Oxford Facebook page or catch us on Charter Channel 191, AT&T Channel 99, or our website at occtv.org. I'm Terry Stiles.
I'm Jim Hughes, and thank you for watching Oxford News This Week, where we actually bring your news right to your house, closer to home, and don't forget to wear your mask. There you go. Make sure you wear it wherever you can. And that's going to wrap it up for Oxford News This Week. For Terry Stiles and myself, have a great week. We'll see you next week, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from Automotive News. In our first story, the 2022 Subaru Outback Wilderness will feature about an inch of added ground clearance, a standard front skid plate, all-terrain tires, and an upgraded suspension, the Japanese brand says. The Wilderness model was designed to improve approach, departure, and breakover angles and features an electronically controlled crawl ratio of 4.44 to 1 for added traction. Subaru says the Outback Wilderness will feature an advanced version of its X-Mode terrain switch that will allow the vehicle to switch automatically from low-speed managed driving to speeds over 25 miles an hour without interruption of power or performance. Equipped with a standard turbocharged 2.4-liter engine and continuously variable transmission, the 2022 Outback Wilderness will ride on 17-inch wheels with Yokohama Geolandar tires. It will also come equipped with a full-size spare tire beneath the cargo area. To differentiate itself from the base model, the Outback Wilderness will feature a different grille, larger wheel arc cladding, different front and rear bumpers, a matte black hood decal, and hex-designed LED fog lights. The vehicle also will receive specialized badging as well as a more robust roof rack system with a load limit of 700 pounds, enabling the safe use of a rooftop tent. intent, Subaru says. Pricing for the 2022 Outback Wilderness, which will be built in Indiana, was not announced. The vehicle is expected to begin arriving in U.S. dealerships in the second quarter. And on the recall front, the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said owners of about 10,000 new GMC vans, that is to say General Motors vans, should park outside because of fire risk pending recall repairs. The Detroit automaker on March 31st recalled over 10,000 2021 model year Chevrolet Express and GMC Savannah vehicles with a 6.6-liter gasoline engine after reports of 4 engine fires tied to a short circuit issue. GM said it's not aware of any crashes or injuries associated with the issue, and the top U.S. auto safety regulator said owners should park the vans away from homes, structures, and other flammable materials such as vegetation. And over at Honda Motor Company said March 30th that it will recall about 761,000 vehicles worldwide to replace fuel pumps that could fail and lead to engine problems. The recall includes 628,000 U.S. vehicles and covers various 2018 to 20 model year Acura and Honda vehicles. Honda has recalled, that is to say, received no reports of crashes or injuries related to the issue. The recall covers some Accord, Civic, CR-Vs, Fit, Pilot, Ridgeline, MDX, RDX, and TLX vehicles. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and we'll be right back.
With your Oxford Wildcats athletic update, I'm Teddy Rodquist. We'll begin by recapping our final winter sports in action. The boys swimming and diving program finished in 19th place out of 35 schools in the MHSAA Division I state finals at Hudsonville High School on March 26th and 27th. Junior Carson Wolf was the top individual Wildcat, finishing in 10th place in the 200-yard freestyle, while senior Ben Datsko added 11th place showings in the 100-yard butterfly and 100-yard backstroke. As for your final winter student athletes, sophomores Cohen Eberhard and Tate Meir represented the wrestling program in the Division I state individual finals on April 2nd at the Wings Event Center in Kalamazoo. Eberhard competed at 103 pounds, while Meir did so at 189. And then this week as the week's spring sports get underway. Dave Herrick's baseball program will begin their season tomorrow, Tuesday, April 6th, against Troy Athens at 4 p.m., and both lacrosse programs will begin their seasons on Wednesday, April 7th. Sean Regan's boys will play Cranbrook Kingswood at Oxford Elementary School, while Trevor Marshall's girls will play Flint Powers up at the high school. As always, for those not making the trip out to the event, Oxford Community Television will be your home for the action. From the Oxford Community Television News Desk, I'm Teddy Rodquist.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. How do we know what to eat? Dolphins need only hunger and a mental image of what food looks like. Their taste receptors broke long ago, and they no longer detect anything but salty flavors, thriving on hunger and satisfaction alone. Omnivores and herbivores, on the other hand, have a more varied diet and more chance of getting things badly wrong. They are therefore guided by a much more highly developed sense of flavor and aroma. In Delicious, evolutionary biologist Rob Dunn and anthropologist Monica Sanchez weave together what chefs know about the experience of food, what ecologists know about the needs of animals, and what evolutionary biologists know about how our senses evolved. Together, this knowledge tells the story of how we have been led by our noses through evolutionary history, turning from chimp-like primate precursors to modern dinner-obsessed Homo sapiens. Much of the research described here dovetails neatly with work described in biological anthropologist Richard Wrangham's 2009 book, Catching Fire: How Cooking Made Us Human. Wrangham argued that releasing the calories bound up in raw food by cooking it led to a cognitive explosion in Homo sapiens around 1.9 million years ago. As Dunn and Sanchez rightly point out, Wrangham's book wasn't short of speculation or two, and there is, after all, no clear evidence of fire making this far back. Still, they incline very much towards Wrangham's hypothesis. The loss of a bone that helped separate our mouth from our nose had consequences for human olfaction. There is no firm evidence of hominins fermenting food at the time either. Indeed, it is hard to imagine what such evidence would even look like. Nevertheless, the authors believe it took place. They made a convincing, closely argued case for their rather surprising contention that fermenting a mastodon, mammoth, or horse so that it remains edible is not deadly and appears to be less challenging than making fire. Flavor is our new hammer, the authors admit, and so we are probably whacking some shiny things here that aren't nails. It would be all too easy out of a surfeit of enthusiasm for them to distort their reader's impression of a new and exciting field tracing the evolution of flavor. Happily, Dunn and Sanchez are scrupulous in the way they present their evidence and arguments. As primates, our experience of smell and flavor is unusual in that we experience retronasal aromas, the smells that rise up from our mouths into the backs of our noses. This is because we have lost a long bone called the transverse lamina that helps to separate the mouth from the nose. The loss had important consequences for olfaction, enabling humans to search our tastes and aromas so complex that we have to associate them with memories in order to individually categorize them all. The story of how Homo sapiens developed such a sophisticated palate is also, of course, the story of how it contributed to the extinction of hundreds of the largest, most unusual animals on the planet. Delicious is a charming book, but it does have its melancholy side. To take one dizzying example, the Clovis people, direct ancestors of roughly 80% of all living indigenous populations in North and South America, definitely ate mammoths, mastodons, gomphotheres, bison, and giant horses. They may have also eaten Jefferson's ground sloths, giant camels, dire wolves, short-faced bears, flat-headed peccaries, long-nosed peccaries, some tapir species, giant llamas, giant bison, stag moose, shrub oxen, and Harlan's musk oxen. The Clovis menu, say the authors, is written on a chalkboard, would be a tally of a lost world. Well, that's it for Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny.